We say, thank you, when life gives us something good. A gift, a blessing. But what happens when life gives us nothing? When our hands are empty and our hearts feel forgotten? Most people become angry, bitter, blind to beauty. But there is another way, a way that turns emptiness into miracles. This is a story about a woman who said thank you to an empty basket and changed her entire life. Long ago, in a poor mountain village, there lived an old woman named Arya. She was completely alone. Her husband had died many years before. Her little hut was small and cold. Her garden was tiny and always half empty. Every day, Arya walked into the forest to gather berries, mushrooms, and herbs in her old basket. Her legs were weak. Her back hurt. But every time she returned home, she quietly gave thanks. Fresh air to breathe, birds singing above, legs that still walked, a basket with at least a little inside. Her neighbors pitied her. Poor Arya, they said. All alone, old and poor. What do you have to be thankful for? But she smiled and said, I have everything I need. I see beauty in every day. One neighbor said, Arya, winter is coming. You need help. But Arya shook her head gently. I have enough, she said. I have the sun that still warms me. I have the roof over my head and my 2 hands that still work. The neighbors didn't understand. They saw only poverty. But Arya saw gifts everywhere. One cold autumn morning, Arya went into the forest as usual. The sky was gray. The wind was sharp. She walked slowly, looking for berries and mushrooms. But that day, the forest was empty. No berries, no mushrooms, no herbs. She walked for hours, searching every corner, but her basket remained completely empty. Tired and hungry, she sat down under a tree. Her legs ached. Her stomach growled. The sun was setting. Darkness was coming soon. She looked at her empty basket and whispered, Thank you, empty basket. Everyone would expect her to break now, to cry, to complain about her fate, to curse the forest, the weather, the world. But she did not. She sat quietly, holding her empty basket, and thanked it anyway. From the trees stepped a young hunter. He was strong but sad. His clothes were torn. His face was pale. He had been lost in the mountains for 3 days. He was exhausted, starving, and barely able to stand. Seeing Arya with her empty basket, he sighed deeply. Old woman, he said, you have nothing, and I will die here of hunger. His voice was weak. His hope was gone. But Arya looked at him with warmth. Her eyes were calm. She said, Thank you, empty basket. If you had been full, I would have gone home early. I would not be sitting here now. But because you are empty, I stayed. And now I can share with this man the last things I have. I have bread from my hut in my pocket. I have the warmth of my fire waiting at home. And I know the short path out of the forest, a hidden path you do not know. She reached into her pocket and gave the hunter the last piece of bread. She helped him stand. She led him through the forest by a path no one else could see. The hunter ate the bread slowly. His strength began to return. He followed Arya, step by step, until they reached her tiny hut. She lit the fire, made him warm tea, and gave him a blanket. He could not believe it. You thank an empty basket? He said, You saved my life when you had nothing. Tears filled his eyes. He had never met someone like her. Never in his whole life. It turned out he was not just a hunter. He was a wealthy merchant from a faraway city. When his caravan crashed in the mountains, everything vanished. Goods destroyed. Workers scattered. Wandering alone, he saw only cruelty in the world. No beauty anywhere. But Arya's words changed him. He began to see beauty in simple things. In the kindness of a stranger. In emptiness that made room for rescue. In a warm fire. In a piece of bread. The hunter stayed in the village for a few days. Rest came first, then healing. He returned to the city, but Arya was not forgotten. Back he came with food, clothes, and firewood. Together, they rebuilt her garden. News from neighboring villages followed. Each time the merchant visited, he brought more than gifts. He brought stories, laughter, and gratitude he learned from Arya. "You changed me," he told her one evening. "I thought I lost everything in those mountains, but I was wrong. I lost only things. In that forest, I found something real, a reason to be grateful again. And one day, the greatest gift arrived. The merchant found her lost family. It turned out that in her youth, Arya had lost her daughter. The girl was taken by illness and confusion during a hard winter. Arya never knew the girl had survived, but the merchant searched and found her. The daughter had been living in a neighboring village all these years, searching for her mother too. Arya and her daughter were reunited. The hut was no longer empty. The garden grew full. The fire burned warm every night. And all of this came from one moment, one whisper. "Thank you, empty basket." Here is the powerful moral. The more grateful you are, even for an empty basket, empty hands, or nothing at all, the more beauty and miracles appear around you. Gratitude does not wait for gifts. Gratitude turns emptiness into space for new gifts. It makes room for rescue, friendship, and hope. Arya had nothing, but her gratitude filled the lives of everyone around her with beauty. The hunter had everything, but only emptiness in his heart, and Arya's gratitude saved him. When you feel you have nothing, remember Arya. Think the empty basket, because that emptiness is not the end. It is the space where miracles begin. Gratitude opens eyes. It opens hearts. It opens doors you cannot see. The world does not owe you beauty, but if you are grateful, you will see it everywhere, even in nothing. The most important lesson from this story is this: gratitude is not a reward for a good life. Gratitude makes life good. You do not wait to be grateful. You choose it. You choose it when your basket is full. You choose it when your basket is empty, and that choice changes everything. It saved the hunter. It reunited Arya with her daughter. It brought warmth to a cold hut. All because one woman chose to say thank you to an empty basket. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you will see all around you. What are you grateful for today, even if it seems small? Write it in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe for more meaningful stories.